Hey everyone, I got my other 2 boxes in for the mega pledge of the forest biome for the Titan's Tooth. I went ahead and I opened up the main boxes and I took out all the duplicates and consolidated it to just the few boxes so that you could see what the individual single pieces look like, so that you're not looking at a bunch of duplicates. Again, these are the unpainted, so there's not going to be a whole lot of detail picked out, but if you look, you can see that there is a lot of detail in here. I just need to paint it. This is a little hidey hole in here. These are the big transition pieces for the swamp. The swamp and the forest are, well, actually all the pieces are modular, but a lot of the transition pieces are swamp. This is one of their teardrop inserts. There is some very, very slight bends to some of these pieces, which are easily fixed with just some hot air and like a heavy book. These are going to be a lot of fun to paint. They do have the painting guide for the Dread Hollow Forest, which is what I would recommend. If you got the unpainted, that would be what I would follow. Of course, when it comes to the new pieces of the swamp, you're going to try and make it match so that there's more compatibility, and the Aranthor Forest, or Aranthor Mountains. These are nice because they meet up with the big pieces so that you can create more of an island effect in a smaller area. Now we have some small forest floor pieces. Okay, if I can get this one open, this is a little tight. This is my work knife, so it's used and abused and it needs to be sharpened. Dull knives are dangerous knives, we all know. So giving us so many of these little pieces, if you haven't built with a whole lot of Dwarven Forge, you're gonna think that these are silly, but they actually add a lot of versatility to your builds, because you're going to find that if you don't change things up, it can look a little too rhythmic, and adding these in will break that up, and it also gives you the ability to add in some of the bigger pieces and not have gaps. Here we have more forest. These are the bonus pieces that are kind of more of the flare. Again, more different trees so that you can increase your variability in your builds, which is what I was really excited about. I mean, because you can change the height and you can, you know, change with the stump toppers, but when all of them are the same tree and you want to have a different biome, it can make it difficult. These are the scatter pieces for some of the people who do different wargaming. Here's one of the teardrop inserts. This is the LED piece for plugging things in so that you can have the lights. Let's see if this came with some of them so I can show you.
Mom.
There you go. Some of the seraphims. Now, when you store these, you need to be very careful. These little pins are very easy to bend. So when you're putting them in or you're storing these pieces, you need to be careful. They're very easy to get bent. The good thing is for the most part, they're very easy to bend back. There you go. Wow, that's super bright. A pulsing, it looks like. Yeah. Super cool. Teardrop inserts. So you can see when you put these on the terrain tray, whatever you have underneath shows through so that you can have a puddle of water or a puddle of slime or tar, or have this going to a barrow underneath. This is the dais piece. The inside comes out. So you can use your Dwarven Forge light puck underneath to create different effects. Okay, next, looks like we have some conifer tree tack. More of the scatter. I really like these. They're so helpful to build with. If you guys see any of my builds on Facebook or Instagram, you'll see that I use them fairly regularly. These are the small ones. They go in the little bases, but the extenders will work for these or the other types of treetops. All of the bark should work. Oh, that's a little tight. Better tight than loose. Here we've got a big base for the big trees. Next we have, this is the Forest Master Stretch Goals. I've got 4 of these. I'm just going to open up one, as I said earlier, so you guys can see. So these are this is one of the tree toppers. So you can stick it in and have your dead tree. This is the tripwire. The way I normally have this is I don't want my players to be super aware that stuff is hidden and wait for them. So I don't set these up on the original build. Once they do a check and they can see that it's there or somebody has set it off, then I set these out. A wyvern skull. Some more little stumps. Another trap. You may be wondering where this is going to go. It will not go in the tree things. There are little holes built throughout that these will stick into. And these are magnetic. And there are many magnetic spots built into these so that you can stick them where you need them. These are little, I believe, wolfsbane plants to stick wherever you need to do that. So this is a silicone piece. You can use this as a trap, as a hazard. Nice and soft and floppy. Of course, you will add paint to that. It's just, you could use it as it was if you didn't feel comfortable painting silicone. Okay, so now I've got the huge hummock, I think is how you would say that, hammock. So these are so tall, they have a teardrop insert so that you can pop them in between this, if I can get it out, and out to give them the height that they need so they don't drop down. So you would set it in there, put this behind it, and then that way if you also wanted to have something sitting down, you could put that on it. You can also put these things over it. This is the teardrop insert that would go in it. You can set it on top and cover it, or you can go from the bottom, however you wish. And I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up now and do another video for the rest of the boxes because there's still about 20 more.